girl, you know what I'm saying? Keep going, keep striving. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did that. It didn't air, but I did that. And everyone on that stage at that reunion remembered that I did that. But then after I did that, I was still marked as a bad, mean, bully, that mean girl, da, 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 da. So it gets to the point where you like, forget it. Shit. You know, if whatever I do in terms of trying to move forward ends up biting me in the butt anyway, then why keep doing it? So, but I do at times move from cast member to producer and try to make, or I have in the past, and try to make sure that people understand the bigger picture of it. And it's just not something I care to do anymore like that.
I think, you know, when I look at you from start to finish, and I'm looking at it from a product side, I think you've tried to save a lot of people, and it's not your job to save them. It's their job to save themselves.
Yes.
You know, I can throw you a life raft, but I can't get in a boat and swim. And I think over and over, just for me, from a psychological perspective, you jumped in the boat, you swim, you tugged, and you pulled. And sometimes when you become so involved and so engulfed, people take that for granted. So I love the fact that you came, bossed up, direct, no holds barred. It is what it is today. And don't shake my hand today, Carlos. I said what I said. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn what these people have going on, because when I did, it was not valued. It was not recognized. It was not acknowledged. So what I'll do from here on out is produce.
Absolutely.
Is produce. So let me ask you this, my last question.
Okay.
Have you ever thought about, or have you ever considered cutting the cord right where you are, contractual wise, based on your mental health?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thought about it. I've had conversations with the people who are closest to me about it. Absolutely. Definitely. Yeah. I've had those kinds of conversations for sure. I think whenever it's time, I'll feel that peace about it where I won't even have to have a conversation. So for example, before I decided that I wanted to change my last name back to my maiden name, people used to ask me all the time, are you going to change your name? Are you going to change your name? And I was like, no. Why? I have 4 kids with this last name. Why? There's no reason to. I was married. I got 4 kids. Da, da, da. Well, the moment that it dropped in my spirit, change your last name, which I'm still waiting to do, but at least branding wise, I've started it. But when it dropped in my spirit, I called her and said, hey, I'm going to change my last name. Right? That was it. So when I feel the peace in my spirit, and I'll be honest, I haven't always been the best at trusting my intuition, trusting spirit. That's something we all daily should be growing to get to that place where we trust us like we trust nobody else, where we trust what we feel before we trust what somebody tells us, right? So in my growth journey in that, whenever I feel in my spirit like I felt God said go, and I walked away with a 3-month-old baby, not knowing what next looks like, and contrary to what the people would love to believe, at the time I knew nothing about another child. At the time when I left, I knew nothing about another child. So people love to make themselves feel better, I guess. Oh, that was her deal breaker. I didn't even know about it, right? And even in that summer, all into the summer, I left in April, all into the summer, it was still being said, I ain't got no baby on the way. So there was still no proof that there was one, and I still wasn't going back. Wasn't going back. And, you know, I didn't know what next looked like, but I knew I didn't even have any proof or evidence at that time that he was still cheating. I didn't have none. But when God said go, I literally, when I felt it, I'm out. Can't do it. Gone, right? So growing to trust yourself, your intuition, especially as a woman, because we know men will use words to sway us one way or the other. A lot of times men will use sex to sway you one way or the other. They feel like they got that. They put it on you real good. You ain't going nowhere.
Hold on now, Melody. You had me thinking back, but go ahead.
You know, but when you learn to trust yourself, to trust your intuition, it don't matter what anybody else thinks, what anybody else says, how anybody else feels. And that is a bomb place to be in. I have so many people who feel like they should tell me how I should treat certain people, certain friendships, certain whatever, certain workships. I really don't care what you got to say because I trust me now. I trust my gut now. I trust my intuition now. So really don't matter what you say. And that's a wonderful place to be in. It's peaceful. I feel good. I wake up feeling good. And I wake up knowing that at the end of the day, I'm trusting me. And I'll bet on me any day of the week.
Girl, you done preached this church house down. Y'all better pass that offering plate by way of badges in the chat. Melody, I love talking to you. I'm going to stick to my 3-question limit. I'm not going to push the envelope, although I would love to. You are amazing. God bless you. Thank you for all that you do for us. And hopefully you have another opportunity to take one more. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I don't know how to end this, so kick me off.
Okay.